For years, I have traveled the world slinging my creator-owned comics at the biggest and hottest cons. Now I'm busting out my personal collection of comics, toys, games, and more in order to bring the fun and excitement of con life right to your screen. There's only one place to get your comics and collectibles and chat live with the greatest showman in modern comics. So bust out your keyboard and get ready to call it in. You're watching Kickin' It with Onrie, the live shopping show.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Kickin' It with Onrie, the live shopping show. I am your host, Onrie Kumpen. It is great to be here with you guys for our 18th show in 2023. It's not the 18th broadcast I've done. I've done probably 3 times that throughout the course of this year. So we're probably like at closer to like episode 70 something if you like take all my experience in CBSN shows and just like throw them all together. Yeah, it's been really, crazy getting to this point here. But our 18th show on our network. So these shows are important, and talking about the shows on my network, because this is where we really reach our Eastern Shin fan base, our Warline base, and we bring them in and deeper into the wormhole of this wonderful hobby called comics. And I have a wonderful collection for you guys today. I've been spending the last couple months rebuilding my collection. So when I first started reselling comics around the time COVID started, what I was doing was I had to free up money so that I could go out and buy more comics. So I had to let go of things that were personal to me that I had built in my collection over the years. So I had Batman Hush, Daredevil Born Again, Superman Birthright, Maximum Carnage, Venom Lethal Protector, like all of my, old stuff that I'd been saving for a long time. I had to sell all that so that I could free up money and go out and buy stuff. And now I'm in a position where I can rebuild that collection. So I've recently rebuilt Daredevil Born Again, which I'm really happy about. I got all of Batman Hush, and now I'm reading it with Alan. I have all of Superman Birthright, and I recently picked up a new Legends of the Dark Knight run written by my Marks editor, J.M. DeMatteis. This is called, it's an art called Going Sane, and it's illustrated by Joe Staton. It's a book I come across very often when I'm dollar bin diving. So if I come across it, I'll grab it for you guys. It is glorious. It is such good Batman stuff. And it's basically, JM really liked taking this concept of taking a superhero and having his greatest villain kill him. And then having the hero return from the dead because he didn't really die and have to deal with that trauma of having thought you were dead but then being brought back to life, And he handles it really wonderfully in Kraven's Last Hunt. But then you think with Going Sane, he's just going to retell the same story. But no, he does it completely different than Kraven's Last Hunt. And Kraven's Last Hunt is also illustrated differently. So you have to kind of enter this story with different expectations. But really wonderful work. And I'm just getting more into this hobby of reading stuff that I didn't read for a long time. And stuff that you guys are reading too. That's what helps me pick out my collections, and that's why I was reading it, because I come across it often. I'd like to know what this book's about. All right, deal is always the same. All right, you spend $25 with me, you get to spin this awesome wheel here. You spend $50 with me, you get free shipping on your order. That's for all domestic orders only. If you're located internationally, I got to charge you for shipping because chances are your shipping cost is going to be more than the books you get here. But I will get them to you safe and sound. We have lots of international buyers. I just like to put that, that out there so you guys know what's going on. Let's see what we got in the house. We got Chris Steisko. We got David Moore. We got everybody. We got Elena in the house. Or Kitty. Awesome. All right, we got a nice full house here. Let's start with the good stuff. So the first book we're going to showcase tonight is Elena. By the way, how you doing? It's been a while. First book we got here is Spider-Girl #1. Spider-Girl #1. This is I don't know if this is her first appearance or her first ongoing or even her second ongoing. but I just want to figure it out. And I don't think I have a price on this. I was going to do this at $5, but let's see what it's going for on eBay. Oh, yeah, never mind. Price adjustment on that. Actually, no. I'm going to stick with it, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to hook you guys up. This is a $5 book. I'm selling this copy of the book for $5 right now. You go on eBay, you're going to see it going from $34.99. Right? I know that might be hard to see, but just look it up. Spider-Girl 1, 1998. Go on eBay. You're going to pay $35 plus $5 and $6 in shipping. There's another one going for $10. So that's why I'm keeping it at $5 because I'm going to beat the lowest. I'm going to beat the lowest price. There's another copy going for $10 plus $5 shipping. There's some CGCs out there. There's some people who really want this book. I think it's probably it's not the first appearance of Spider-Girl. It is her second ongoing, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no! What if 105 was her first appearance? But either way, this is going for $5. David Moore. As soon as David Moore calls it, you just know you got a winner. I'm not even worried about tonight's show. Now that David Moore is in the house. Next book we got here by J.M. DeMatteis, Magneto #1. I picked this up off the stands. And I just basically bought it at cover price. I'm selling it at cover price. What was it? $5? It's just $5 on Magneto #1. Or Magneto, as he would say it. So what JM did here with this character was he went back into a period of Magneto's history when he was the leader of the X-Men. So this is going on around like the 80s. And Magneto's leading the New Mutants and the X-Men in battle, and he's dealing with his past, and kind of coming to terms with the I wouldn't say. Here's the thing about heroes and villains: it's all a matter of perspective, especially when it comes to a character like Magneto. He was oppressed growing up. He was a Holocaust survivor. And I really like how JM reaches out to that. And, JM edited Marks for me. So, he knew a lot about this stuff. And I believe he's part Jewish, too. So he's 50% Jewish! Anyway, he channels a lot of that past trauma for Magneto. And you can kind of understand why he becomes the bad guy. In his mind, he's not the bad guy; he's the freedom fighter. And if you've read the Jonathan Hickman stuff, he was like a hero in Krakoa. Really sucks that they're getting rid of that, by the way, but they have to kind of reset everything now. Todd Knock on the art. Todd's a really accomplished artist. He's done a lot of different stuff like Spider-Man, all kinds of cool stuff. Great modern artist. I see him at a lot of cons, actually. He's a really nice guy. We got the first issue of Magneto going for just $5. And pretty much if you're working with JM, you automatically fall into the nicest guy in the world category. He's a really wonderful guy. Party like a fake salesman. Yeah, no, I hear you, Elena, with the moving thing. Party like a fake salesman. That's great. All right. Next up, I got a lenticular book here. This is Despicable Deadpool number 287. It's a, Amazing Spider-Man 129 tribute cover. So I'm into this book for $8. I'd love to get 10 on it. But if I can't get 10, throw me an offer. Just be fair. Let me make a little bit of something on this. Even if it's just 50 cents, I don't care. Throw me an offer. I probably can't even refuse it. I can't afford to refuse it anymore. Really beautiful cover. It's in great shape. I'm into it for $8. I'd like to make 10. But if you want to save some money so you can get some other cool stuff down the road, I get that too. I want to help you save as much as possible, and I also want to move this so I can go out and get something else that's gonna, move quicker. This has been recycled multiple times, and now it's just got to move. It'll move eventually, but I would rather go home today. The next book we got here is Evangeline #1. That is a cool cover. I really do like it. Evangeline from Maximum Press #1. Really sexy cover here. Girls, girls, girls. Red lips, fingertips. Girls, girls, girls. All right, $5 on this. Stop being such a burb on her. You shut up! And listen to me as I tell you about the vengeance of Vampirella. She ain't no Cinderella. She be Vampirella. All right, this is terrible. I'm just going to go sit in the corner. Let's actually look at the art. I never really paid. I got to be honest with you guys. Whenever I come across books with sexy chicks on them, I really am just sold by the covers. I don't necessarily read the stories as much. But I did read Lady Death. Lady Death's actually really good. I enjoyed that. But I have never really read Vampirella. But the art in this book's pretty good. You got some Batista on this. I'm trying to see. Chris Batista. Do I know Chris Batista? Why does that name sound familiar? Huh. Well, anyway, $5 on Vengeance of Vampirella #22. Lady Death, swimsuit, 2001. $5 on this. Girls, girls, girls. I actually was listening. I've been listening to Van Halen and Rush and like Alice Cooper with my boys, and like we went to Santa's Village yesterday. And I had terrible motion sickness when I went on those rides. But like while I was going there, I was trying to get them all amped up. So I was putting on some like 80 music. And they were like rocking out with it. And we got over there and I went on the first ride and I got motion sickness. And I was like, hell no, I can't do this anymore. And they're like, Daddy, we want to go on all the rides. So like I had to go with them. And because Alan's short, I had to like go on there with them. I almost like puked. Like I was sweating. My skin turned white. And Max is like, I think we should go home. I don't think this is. I'm worried about Dad. So Alan's like, no, I need to go on the pirate ship one more time. And I'm like, okay. So I get on this thing, and there are these two stupid girls right behind me, and they're like screaming at the top of their lungs as this thing's going up and down like this, and my stomach's doing belly flops. Oh my God, it's terrible. And like I nearly lost it. I was gonna like turn around and be like, shut the hell up! Don't make me come back there. Fortunately, that didn't happen, and I survived. But yeah, I didn't realize I would get motion sickness, and I wasn't expecting that because like Santa's Village is like small kiddie rides compared to like Six Flags. Like then Max is like, "You're old." I'm like, "Shut up!" No, I'm not. All right, Lady Death gets claimed at $5. No, Chris Batista. All right, I got you on Vampirella, Elena, and Lady Death. There you go. Yeah, Alan put me through the 3 circles of hell. It's his world, and we're just living in it. All right, the next book I got here is Battle Chasers #1. Battle Chasers #1. This is by Joe Madeira. I want to reprice this real quick because I kind of was shooting at the hip when I showed it off last week, and I don't want to do that. Oh, okay. First appearance of Red Monica. This is Battle Chasers #1. I see a copy of it going for $15 on eBay with $6.35 on shipping. Another copy is going for $95 plus $7 in shipping. Another copy is going for $100. Another copy is going for $14.05 plus $6.95 shipping from Canada. Another copy is going for $50 plus $6 in shipping. So the lowest price I'm seeing on here is about $15. With shipping, you're paying about $20. I'm just going to do this for $10 tonight. $10, it's yours. It's just got to move. It's a wraparound cover. I can hold on to this. I can list it. I can do all kinds of stuff. Because once those 2 copies sell for $15, you're looking at 3 other copies that are going for $90 and up. You also go to a comic convention, you're probably going to see a price increase on that as well. So get it right now for just $10. You want to go and flip this thing, go ahead and flip it. I don't care. We do business with dealers all the time. $10 on Battle Chasers #1, first appearance of Red Monica. Keep up. Joe Madeira is a very accomplished artist in both comics and video games. He also is the creator of a series called Darksiders. You guys have played it on the PS3 and beyond. All right, cool. All right, Elena, your stuff's waiting for you. I have this Archer variant of Catwoman 15. I am into it for $15. I was hoping to make 20 on it. Throw me an offer. This was published in 2018. It is Catwoman #15, Year of the Villain, Evil Unleashed. Looks like a Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman. Really cool. I'm into it for 15. I'd like to make 20. If we can meet somewhere in the middle, I'm cool with that. If you want to help Uncle Onrie out, that would be great too. Uncle Onrie's Comic Foundation. Hey kids! I bought a new beat-up old van with all this money I made from comics. You want to come in? You want to come to the back of my van and see my collection? Honest Onrie never lies. All right, let's get back to it. God damn you, Ted. You had to call me Honest Onrie. That ruined everything. All right, the Vampiverse #1. That's going for $5. Vogue. All right, this is going to go for $5. Vampiverse #1. Sensational, because he's sensational. We got Sensational Spider-Man #32, Clayton Crane cover here. He is awesome. I've seen him at a lot of cons lately. I should have just brought those books over and gotten them signed by him, but I really don't have the time for that. I got so much other stuff on my plate when I go to cons, so lately I haven't been getting a lot of stuff signed. I haven't seen a big demand for it. Plus, then I got to sit on this book for a lot longer. I got to increase the price on it. But, hey, if you're a Clayton Crane fan or you know someone who is a Clayton Crane fan, here's a deal. $5 on this book. Call it as you see it. Got Spidey hanging on to Mary Jane, and she's like holding on to him, and she's like, phone. $5 on that. You know she'd like it too. I got Peacemaker #2, which comes directly after Peacemaker #1. All right. Todd Smith on the art here. He's being shot near the groin. You see that? Actually, this could be the tip. This is just the tip. Peacemaker #2, just the tip. I'm into this book for $5. I pitched it a bunch of times. I don't know what to do anymore. I went from 10 down to 8. Let's make a deal. I want to get rid of this book. Peacemaker. Throw me your offer. I'm into it for $5. I'd like to at least make something on it. Uncle Onrie in the canceled cab. Everybody could get a ride. All right, next book I have here is Moon Knight #1. We got Moon Knight and his different personalities taking on the altered egos of different superheroes. It's an interesting concept by Bendis and Maleev. Maleev did this pair has worked together quite a bit, and Alex Maleev is incredible. He did some great work on Daredevil. He's got a very ultra realistic style, and it's a very gritty, set for a lot of his comics. But the line work is so interesting. It's like its own thing. It's very, it's got some Sienkiewicz-y vibes going for it. That's for sure. It's really good stuff. And there's a lot of action here, and he actually does a pretty good job with the action. Like his sequentials here, I always kind of saw him to be a little bit more, not so people punching oriented, but more like focusing more on facial expressions and stuff like that. But these are action comics, and there needs to be stuff that happens in the books. Otherwise, why would people keep reading it? Moon Knight #1 is going to go for, I'm into this, I think, for $12. Yeah, $12. I'd like to make 15 on it, which I think is fair. It's not a huge ask here, but it's the start of the series. Moon Knight #1. This was published, I think, in 2018. No, 2011. Sorry, Pete marked it down for me. 2011, this was published. And it was a run by Brian Michael Bendis and Alex Maleev. Really stellar creative team. And this is kind of like how I approach different like comics. It's not necessarily about like being a completist and owning like all 1,000 issues of Action Comics. I like to look at it based on the actual arcs that the writers work on with these characters over an extended period of time. Sometimes it's a 4-issue run or it's a 6-issue run, but a lot of these creators, they kind of leave their own imprints on the Marvel Universe as they're working on it. So, and they all have something, their work ages very well. Tom King, for example, I used to not be a big fan of his Batman run, but lately I've been picking up some of his Batman stuff, and he did this really great run here. I actually sell this on the show right now. Batman, I Am Bane. And what happens is like, he does a really good job of reestablishing Bane as like a foe that Batman should be afraid of, because he absolutely should. And what would really go well with this is if you read the first appearance of Bane, which is like the Vengeance of Bane. It's available as a facsimile right now for like $5 at like your local comic shop, and it's totally worth the buy. It's really good. We actually have a copy of it. I'm just not ready to sell it yet. But I really like it's reprinted just like that first book was, and it's a really good precursor for that. And that tells you the origin of Bane, allowing you to really appreciate who he is as a character in this, because he's just basically like Juggernaut. He is not going to be stopped, and he goes after Batman, and Batman uses every fail-safe he possibly can think of. He even teams up with his own like villains in order to like, keep Bane from like, going through literally everybody, including those villains. Like, he's a hazard to everybody. They have no choice but to work together. It's kind of like, that's how serious the stakes are. And the way Batman handles it is like really well done. And I don't think a lot of people appreciated this as it was coming out. But going back on it, this is actually some really good Batman stuff. And there's some really great issues in here too. Like David Moore, we were talking about that Swamp Thing issue. That's reprinted. That's collected in here. This is a really good book. And I'm basically just selling it for the cover price because I picked this up at a local comic shop just because I wanted to support the retailer. Like, he didn't have anything I wanted, and I couldn't like leave his store empty-handed, so I just like bought something, and I went for something that I was interested in reading, and I'm like, I'm going to give Tom King's Batman another go at it. So I'm into this book for $17. I'm selling it for $17. This is Batman I Am Bane by Tom King, who's now writing Wonder Woman. His Wonder Woman #1's off to a stellar start. Really good stuff. And David Finch. David Finch is a fantastic artist. He's a legend. He draws this entire thing. It's awesome. The art in here is stellar. This is a great book. And I think Danny Mickey does an issue and Jordi Belair does an issue too. Because I know the art is not the same throughout. There are like different issues here, so it changes at certain points. But that issue with Swamp Thing, that is some good stuff right there. That is Tom King at his best. $17. Yes. Yeah, the Swamp Thing story alone makes the whole thing worth it. And it's funny because I just read that as David Moore was like mentioning it. And I'm like, I just read this. This is such a good book. I love it. I like to keep up with you guys if I can. All right, I got the Man of Steel #1 here. This is the start of John Byrne's run. I got to be honest, I read this first issue, and though I love John Byrne's artwork a lot, because he's just really amazing, and I bought this series to appreciate his art, felt like the storytelling wasn't as tight as it was in Birthright, which came out much, much later, and done by a completely different creative team. You got Mark Waid and Lionel Francis Yu on that one. But nevertheless, this is a retelling of Superman, sort of updating his origin, but in the time frame that it took place, which is what's kind of allowing me to appreciate this more. I have the full run of this. I read issue 1 with Alan, and it was basically just like, I didn't feel like Clark really had a reason for becoming Superman. It was just like, well, I got all these superpowers, so I might as well become Superman. You know, and Birthright, Clark actually goes through something that makes him realize that he has to become Superman. And it isn't just the fact that he has these powers, it's the fact that there are people who need his help. That is not quite well established in this first issue, but the artwork is sensational. I mean, there is probably one of the most memorable Superman pieces of art ever drawn, period, by any artist, is actually in this book. It's a really good issue, too. This image right here of Superman flying when he's wearing his costume. And it's worth the read, you know, like, even in comparison with Birthright. And to say it's superior, it's not. I think it's just a more refined version. Like Birthright is more of a modernized telling of Clark Kent and retelling these stories. And the more we retell these stories, the better they become, essentially. And it's important for every generation to establish those characters. And part of the reason why I think that both Marvel and DC are breaking off and doing other stuff with like newer characters is to attract a broader audience. And in some cases, I think it's been successful. In other cases, I think that they're just missing the mark. But you know, they want to make these characters as diverse as possible so that everybody could identify with them. And it's an understandable pursuit. You don't want to leave any readers behind. But you know, I think that everything can coexist because, again, every creator is leaving their individual imprint on these characters. And let me tell you guys something. John Byrne left his goddamn imprint on both Marvel and DC's universes. He like just took his foot and was like, ha! You know, just like, just stomping it there. You know, and on the bottom of his shoes, his name, it says John Byrne. There's a bird for you and a bird for you. Oh, hey, Dark Horse, bird for you. There you go. Got Superman, Man of Steel, 6-issue miniseries. This is the cover 1A, and it's going to go for $5. And it's in really good shape. It's a really clean book. All right. Next book we got here is X-Men 2099, #1. Cool foil cover. Ron Lim on the cover and interiors, I believe. So I never even bothered with this. I couldn't. I don't know if anybody else has. I'm just being completely honest here. these characters lack all of the cool stuff that like the modern X-Men have that I just couldn't do it. As soon as I saw that cover, I'm like, I can't identify with any of these characters. Like, you're calling this X-Men, but where's Wolverine? Where's Cyclops? Where are characters that I recognize? I don't recognize these characters. So I think it's one of those books that you kind of have to be able to truly invest in. And it's a series that I think went on for, quite a long time. I want to say they at least got 30 issues of X-Men 2099, and I know they're doing a lot of modern stuff with 2099, but they have since kind of reestablished that, and they gave us that Cyclops 2099 and all these other characters. And I get it, the mutants need to all be different, but none of them, like even having Logan be a part of X-Men 2099 would have already made it, make sense. It would have been like, oh, okay, cool. Then you can add in all these other guys and kind of explain how Wolverine is now the head. There just has to be something familiar to draw you in as the reader. I never could get it. But, this is a key book, though. You got the first appearance of the team here, and this is definitely the first appearance. This is one of those books that, a couple of years ago was, falling in your dollar bin. This is going to go for $5 today. One day it's going to be worth like 30 or 40 bucks. Just wait. It'll happen. Rudy, what's up, man? Yeah, John Byrne Classic. I agree. All right, up top, I got a really cool slab in and a really great deal on it. I have Mace Windu number 5, graded at a 9.0. You know what's special about this book? Ahsoka makes her first appearance in a Marvel comic in this issue. It's not a key issue in the sense that it's labeled on CGC, but if you look this book up online, this is the first time she appears in the Marvel line of comics. So we got this graded at a 9.0. And I'm going to do this for a stupid cheap price tonight, $40. $40, let's move it at $40 on Mace Windu number 5, graded at a 9.0. That is a very fine / near mint, I believe, right? Does it even say it on there? Oh, no, it doesn't. But you know what? It is the first appearance of Ahsoka, and you can Ahsoka on my nuts if you want. There we go. Mace Windu. Are we claiming that? Are we claiming this, David Moore? Just want to make sure. No brainer, no boner. All right. So I was driving around with Alan every day. Yes, sir. All right, he's calling. Thank you, David Moore. David Moore gets a spin on the wheel of skid bark. It's time.
It's time to spin the wheel of skid bark, bark, bark.
I'm spinning the wheel for you, David Moore. Give me just one moment here. I'm going to get a couple of runs here. All right, there we go. David Moore, you get a $2 comic you can call. Anyway, let's get back to what we have here. I was driving, every day I drive down to school. There's like this toy store that's like, has collectibles and stuff in it. And the owner does a lot of toy conventions in the area. And I walk into his shop, he's also got a comic collection. He had some really good stuff, but he mainly deals in toys. But he did have some cool comics. And one of the books I picked up, which is really awesome, illustrated by Neil Adams, The Rocketeer comic book. And it's a 3D comic, and it comes with the cassette tape. 3D comic plus 3D audio. Cool 3D glasses. I'm doing this for $15 tonight. Making it nice and simple. Some nostalgia for you guys. Let's make this happen. CD's nuts. Oh, man, that's great. Guys, this is it. David Moore. We have to play the David Moore video. David Moore! You deserve that, sir. You earned that. You earned that. All right. The next book we got here is Batman versus Predator. Really awesome Arthur Soydum covers here. I read this. This is some great stuff here. Actually, it's interesting because I just saw Predator with Max for the first time on Friday night, and we really enjoyed it. And you know, I gotta say, every time I watch it, there's something new that I catch. It's really interesting. But it is pretty dated, the first one, especially the part where like Arnold and the Predator are like fighting each other. It's you know, it's quite dated. You know, he's like did you see like the infrared? And it's like all blurry and stuff, and it's like and it's like, dude, the Predator would have just killed him in like one strike. He wouldn't have like been whacking him around like that, you know. But I do love the trap and how that was set. It was so great. Now, what would happen if Batman fought Predator? This is a really great series. Predator comes to Gotham City. He starts hunting. And who does he go after? He goes after a boxer. And he skins him alive right in front of his wife, just as he finished a boxing match that he won, and is like, you know, preparing to like have sexy time with his wife, and the Predator shows up. Predator's he's an asshole. Okay, I'm just gonna straight up say it. He's an asshole. What a cock blocker. He's such a jackass. That's why you need Batman to come in and whoop his ass. So there we go. We got Batman versus Predator here. Send this over to CD's Nuts and have them graded for you. You get a 5.0. 5.0 across the board from CD's Nuts. 5 is only, think about it. If you have two 5.0 books and you put them together, you got a 10. Huh? All right. Batman versus Predator 1 through 3 is going to go for $25. That gets you a spin on the wheel. David Moore, you are $5 away from unlocking free shipping. I got a run of House of M here. First issue has Mr. Joe Madeira's art on the cover. And then we got the A covers for numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All of House of M. I am desperate, I tells you, to move these books. I believe this first issue is actually a wraparound cover, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look at it. Yes, it is. It is a wraparound cover. House of M. Really cool Joe Madeira cover. I am going to do the set for $25. That's it. $25. I want to sell it tonight. That's a fair price for House of M. But if you want to throw me an offer or something, you know, I would like to sell these tonight. That's one of those sets that I've been sitting on for a while. Your butt. Your butt. Excuse me, I'd like to ask you a few questions. I'm the president of CD's Nuts. CD's Nuts on your face. And if anybody doesn't understand our humor, I'm sorry. I love you all. All right. Amazing Spider-Man 375 going for $10. $10 tonight on Amazing Spider-Man number 375. And finally, we got Ghost Rider number 28. This is a Mark Silvestri cover. It's a variant, and it's part of a two-parter. So this is the first issue, and then there's a second issue. This is going to go for just $10 tonight. $10 on Ghost Rider number 28 variant edition. All right, let's get to it. We got a great $2 collection here. All brand new stuff from Graham Crackers Comics in Downers Grove, Illinois. I was there on Friday, and we got some really cool stuff from these guys. So $2 comics, let's get busy. I got Superboy 17 here. This is going to go for $2. I actually picked this book up and read it, and it is so ridiculous. So Superboy creates this robot in order to test himself, like test his powers and like test his ability to like fight and do stuff. And this like robot or whatever doesn't like takes it so seriously that he like doesn't want to obey Superboy anymore. So now he goes rogue. And it's a perfect Superboy story because he's still like a young enough Clark Kent where he's like trying to learn what responsibility is, but he has the powers of Superman. And it's kind of like it's a more lighthearted version of Superman. It's not meant to be taken as seriously as like the Superman series is. It's kind of like Superman light. But with the same art style that you would see in your standard Superman comic. It's really good quality stuff. The artwork in here is exquisite. This cover really sells the book, and it's going to go for just $2. Superboy number 17. I enjoyed this. It was fun. For $2, you really can't beat it. I got Ash issue number 1 from Event Comics, Quesada and Palmiotti, going for $2. Joe Quesada cover. Assassin's Creed Uprising number 1, number 4 are going for just $4. I got more Assassin's Creed here. We have issue number 6 going for just $2. I have Evangeline number 1 going for just $2. That's a sexy cosplay cover. Vogue. Girls. Red lips, fingertips. I got The Pit number 5. The lyrics of the song just came true on the cover of this book. Red lips and fingertips. We got Pit number 5 here going for just $2. I never read Pit. Pit's kind of like Image's version of like the Hulk on crack and like just really brutal. I never read it, but I should really check this out. I mean, it's Dale Keown. He did a lot of Hulk stuff, and yeah, it's interesting. Pit number 5 is going to go for $2. Cause hey, I got Aftermath number 0 from Devil's Due. That's going to go for $2. I have the Avenger number 1. He's like, I can't believe I shit in that car and set on fire. I took a dump in Old Man Wither's car and set it on fire. That's why they call me the Avenger. Oh, this is terrible. Then I saw who was publishing it. Dynamite, DMD. All right, sorry. We got the Avenger number 1. It's got a fake sticker on the cover. Much like how I'm a fake salesman, this has a fake sticker on it. But the price is right. $8 on this normally. We're going to do it for $2 right now. Really beautiful book. I shouldn't have made fun of the art. I probably know the artist too. That's going to be the worst part. No, I don't know the artist. But the cover is really great. I just wanted to laugh with you guys. This is gonna go for $2. I feel real bad. Someone's gotta buy that book now because like I'm gonna feel really bad if it's still up there afterwards. The Avenger. It's in great shape. $2 on this. I could lose my job. All right. I got the OMAC project number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Who did the art on this? Jesus Saez. I think I actually worked with this artist. Huh. Interesting. I'm going to have to go back and read this now. The OMAC project. I don't remember how many issues it was, but it was written by Greg Rucka, and it was sort of like an aftermath from the Countdown to Infinite Crisis. So this opens up the OMAC project. I never read it, but now that I'm into OMAC, I'm kind of like, this is interesting. So I got issues 1 through 4 going for $8. Yeah, that's another series I've been picking up is Jack Kirby's work on OMAC. And it's interesting how he was kind of describing the world we live in back then. It's really interesting. He was kind of like predicting the future. The Avenger is your freebie. Yes, no problem. Technically, it's sold because it just did. So, yay for the Avenger! The Avenger's going to take a dump in my car and set it on fire. He's going to be like, look what I did to Onrie's car. The Avenger! All right. Dave Moore, you know what you did just now? You did me wrong. Dave Moore took like a spiked club and he goes, "Hey, Onrie, bend over." No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. You did not do that. I enjoy this. This looks really cool. You're going to have to really let me know what you think of it. And please don't take a dump in my car and set it on fire. Hey, what's up, man? The doo-doo. All right, next book we have here is Aftermath from Devil's Due Publishing. That's going to go for $2. I have Judge Dredd number 2. Michael Avon Oming. Dan Price, what's going on, my man? How's your Kickstarter going? If you want to drop the link for it right now, feel free to do so. And I'm not doing interview shows at the moment. I only do them on very rare occasion right now just because I don't have time. And I'd love to interview people. It's just that between everything I got going on with conventions and sales shows, it's really hard for me to find time to, interview creators as well. So I'm going to kind of see how to work it in eventually or not. But if you guys are ever in need of promotion and stuff like that, I can definitely put you in touch with people who can help you out because there are people who do this on a regular basis, and I know them on a personal level. They've interviewed me when I needed to promote Warline and Yusun Shin, and they're looking to interview guys like you. So feel free to just hit me up, and I can put you in touch with those people if you're not in touch with them already. A lot of us all know each other too. So, but you never know. You never know. And I hope your Kickstarter is going well. We got Captain America, Who Will Wield the Shield, number 1. That's going to go for $2. And I'm assuming you're back. Yeah, you're back from Europe now. Dan spent some time out in France. We actually were talking while he was out there on business. I have Buffy the Last Vampire Slayer, number 1. That's going to go for $2. That's cool. So it's kind of like an old lady Buffy. Old man Buffy's boy. And she's like out there and she's like, Vogue. Smells like clams over here. All right, walk with eye monsters, number 1. Monsters walk beside us all. Sometimes they lurk within. It's going to go for $2. I got Deadly Hands of Kung Fu, number 1. That's going to go for $2. Namor, number 3. That's going to go for $2. I got Detective Comics, number 33. That's going to go for $2. Moon Knight, number 12. That's going to go for $2. $2 comics here, all new stuff. Stuff I just picked up last week. Fresh stock here, guys. Some really good books, too. I have Star Wars number 14 going for $2. Okay. Buffy, Walk with the Eye Monsters, and Dave Moore. Dave Moore's cleaning house right now, guys. He just unlocked free shipping. Thank you, David Moore. I have Dr. Afra number 7, number 8, number 29. Going for just $6. $6 on this set. Now this is a great series right here. I really enjoyed this. Archangel 8 from AWA Upshot. This is written by a local comics creator named Michael Morecci. He is he's done a wide scope of stuff. If you've read any Vault comics, he does this barbarian book called Barbaric. And it's about this barbarian who has an axe that gets drunk off of blood and it needs blood in order to survive. And he's on this quest to break this curse. And it's really great. It's very funny. It's very bloody. It's very gory. It's a lot of fun. Michael's done a wide variety of different types of work throughout his career. And one book that I thought was really cool was Archangel 8, because this was his take on sort of like the Punisher. So he created this character, and he's kind of like an agent of heaven, and he comes to Earth to like carry out, he kills like really bad people and stuff. And the art in here is actually really good. It's a 5-issue miniseries, and we have issue 1 here. This is from AWA Upshot. It is the company that was started by Axel Alonso and I think Dan Buckley, if I'm not mistaken. They used to work at Marvel. They broke off and started AWA Upshot. AWA stands for Artists, Writers, Artisans. And they brought on some really great talent, including J. Michael Straczynski and, Michael Morecci. This is going to go for just $2. Michael's written books. He's directed his first movie. If you guys know the movie Revealer, he was the co-writer of that script. Him and Tim Seeley did it together. These are all Chicago guys. D. Hausner in the house. What's up, D? Good to see you, man. I got some Mighty Morphin Power Rangers here. Power Rangers number 6. This looks like a variant cover. Really cool. Going for $2. I have number 29, $2. Number 41, $2 in that. 51, $2. And 58, $2. Got 5 books here. We'll do it all for 10. All 5 for 10. All 5 for 10. Next up, I got X-Men Annual number 16. This is Shattershot. It's going to go for just $2 tonight. This is a really cool book here. I wonder who worked on this. Oh, it's a bunch of different artists. Jay Lee. Wow, some early Jay Lee work here. Going for $2. That's Jay motherfucking Lee! Jay Lee! You got a problem with that? Sorry. Batman and Robin number 3, $2. Batman and Robin number 9, $2. And number 10, $2. This ties in with the whole Court of the Owl stuff. This is going to go for $6. I love the Court of the Owls. I'm actually trying to build out that collection again. I really loved what Scott Snyder did with that. Oh, we got Phil. We got Chill Phil in the hizzy. Chill Phil in the hizzy. Sorry, joking on words. Batman Detective Comics 941 is $2. I have Newsweek, the hyping of episode 1. There's like 50 pages here dedicated to like Jar Jar Binks and how he's going to change Star Wars for the better. It's going to go for $2. It's not even true. Your mom's not even true. All right, I got Mighty Morphin number 2, blank sketch variant, going for $2. Mighty Morphin 3 is going to go for $2. So leave these to the nuts on your own shit. You don't mess with Jay Lee. Jay Lee may be messing with you. Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers. All right, cool. Got you on the Power Rangers. Where are they? That is 4, 2, 4, 6. 4 and 6. $10. Thank you very much, David Moore. We are cleaning house here off the new collection. Thank you guys very much. The stuff I'm going to show you is stuff that I had picked after we get through this. The stuff I'm showing you is stuff that we didn't have a chance to showcase on Wednesday night show of the experience. Some of it's recycled stuff. Some of it's all new stuff that you haven't seen. I'm just trying to move as much of it as I can today. Tomorrow's show is going to be a restock show. So I'll be going back to the warehouse, restocking based off of the collection I recently purchased. And Wednesday, I'll be bringing on a new collection. I'll be either working off of what we don't sell tomorrow, but I'll come in with all new stuff. I'll probably hit up Atlas Comics in Chicago this week and see what they have. It's been a while since I've been there. All right, I got War of the Bounty Hunters, number 13, number 15, number 16. You want all 3 of these comics, it's just $6. I have Ultimate Avengers number 5, that's going to go for $2. I have Saga number 43, that's $2. I have Alpha and the Letter People number 5, that is $2. I have Star Trek Deep Space Nine number 5 and number 21. I will do the pair for $4. Beasts of Burden number 4 is $2. Beasts of Burden is actually done by Jill Thompson. She's the artist on this. She's local, and I know her personally. She is a really amazing artist. One of the finest artists in this business. And I'm speaking in all seriousness here, no jest at all. She is fantastic. Love Jill Thompson. Does great work. Iron Man 2.0 number 9, that's going to go for $2. Wanted number 4 is $2. We have Fantastic Four 527, 529, 531, and 532. Quite a nice little grab here from J. Michael Straczynski and Mike McCone's run. I did not read this, but Mike McCone, his style kind of reminds me of Mike Waringo, who the Ringo Awards are actually named after. Anyway, we got these Fantastic Four books going for $8. These guys were sort of like the modern John Burns of Fantastic Four. I would definitely say that was the case for Mike Waringo, who did Fantastic Four with Mark Waid. The team that picks up after that is J. Michael Straczynski, who had a really stellar Spider-Man run. He also had a creator-owned series that he did with Top Cow called Rising Stars. And another book called Midnight Nation, which is one of my favorite books. Do I have my copy of Midnight Nation still? Yep. I have to buy that again when I come across it. Great goddamn book. That's going to go for $8 for these Fantastic Fours. Highly recommend this, by the way. I haven't read it, but you can't go wrong. I got Web of Venom Empire Zen #1. Just says Null is coming. I don't know. It's a variant edition. I mean, dude, you can't go wrong for this at $2. $2, it's yours. I have the Phantom Generations #10. That's going to go for $2. Stan Lee's The Traveler #4. That's going to go for $2. I have Ghostbusters #9. That's going to go for $2. This next book is badass. I gotta just showcase this. Batman Legends of the Dark Knight #101 by John Wagner and Carlos Ezquerra. Look at that cover. That is a badass cover. And I love Legends of the Dark Knight. That's a Kevin Nolan cover. Carlos Ezquerra is the artist, and his style is radically different than what we see on the cover, but it's in line with what you would expect from a Batman story. Which a lot of these issues feel like, if you kind of go into it thinking like you're reading the Batman animated series, the art kind of like makes sense and it's easier to get into. Some really good Batman stuff out there. Modern Batman is taking on a different tone. I actually really like it. I'm really enjoying Chip Zdarsky's run, but this book's worth it for the cover alone. That cover is badass. $2. Captain America #3, $2. Assassin's Creed #12 is $2. Ultimate Spider-Man 63, 64, and 65 is $6. I have Cable Deadpool #25, 26, and 27. That's going to go for $6. Whiz Kids from Radio Shack. That's going to go for $2. And by the way, if you guys have paid up with me, your orders have been shipped out today. I'm squared up with everybody, so you guys can start new tabs if you want. Also, if you're not paid up yet and you want to add to your stuff, that's totally fine. I don't think I have any real big open orders other than, I know David Moore, you're building out a big run, but I think I have one other person who's building out a bigger box. That's Mike Collins. So if any of you guys want to add stuff to your pile, Elena, I know you're adding a couple things here and there. At this point, Elena, it doesn't matter for you. Like, shipping's going to be what it's going to be. But yeah, Phil's taking the Whiz Kids. I definitely got a package out to you today, Phil. Though if I'm being honest, today was a bit of a blur. It went by so fast. All right, let's see what we got here. Some good stuff coming your way. I have Suspira from Chaos Comics going #1, going for $2. Yeah, I got you on the Whiz Kids. I have Spectacular Spider-Man #6, #7, #8, and #10. This is Paul Jenkins and Humberto Ramos's run here. They had a run of the series. This is going to go for $2. If you want the whole stack here, it is just $8 for this run. I have What If starring Archangel number 101, Death and Disobedience. It's going to go for just $2. I have Vixen Rebirth number 1. That's going to go for $2. I have Gotham Knights number 2. That's going to go for $2. I have Legends of the Dark Knight number 51. That's going to go for $2. I have Action Comics Convergence number 1 and number 2. That's going to go for $4. $4 for the set. I have Hawkman number 0. That's going to go for $2. I have Thunder and Martian Manhunter number 1. That's $2. And I have Arcana, the Books of Magic number 1. That's going to go for $2. All right, I got a double rack here. And when I advertised today's show, I said we were going to do $15 racks. So gosh dang darn it, we're going to do $15 racks here. So I'm going to give it to you guys right now as a going once, going twice kind of a thing. Deal. That is off. David Moore just cleared house. David Moore is just like, I'm taking it all. All right. But here's a chance for you guys. We got a deal, David Moore. I got to add another book now. Sorry. Oh, and I have a Wonder Woman run here. Wonder Woman number 10, number 11, number 12, number 13, number 14, and number 15. I'm going to do the whole thing for $12. $12 on the run for Wonder Woman. Greg Rucka, who's had a stellar run on that character, comes back after quite a period of time off from it. $12 on that set. All right, now here's what I'm going to do. I was actually thinking about it because I was about to just sell this stuff off like an idiot. I'm going to take some stuff down. I'm still going to offer it at $2, but I'm not going to sell it all off. I definitely wanted to read that Omic project. I'm not going to give that up easy. Star Wars books on average sell for about like $3 to $5, but I might actually take this Batman Legends of the Dark Knight number 101 at $2. I'm going to keep that. The OMAC project number 1 through 4 at $8. I'll keep that and read it and then resell it. I have Hawkman 0. That's just going for $2 right now. Lee Weeks cover. Let's keep it up there. It's a $2 book. The Convergence stuff could possibly be worth more. I don't know. We just have so much stuff that needs to be listed. I'll probably take down that Null is Coming. I want to see what this is actually going for. Hang on. Okay, selling for about $4 right now. So you can get it half off here, $2. You're gonna pay shipping for everything else, right? You spend $50 on me, you get this book. I probably won't list that on the tab. I'm not gonna take the time to do that. Is there anything else on here I'd like to read or sell off more? We got some slots to fill anyway, so we're gonna bust out some stuff right here. Marvel Age number 14, $2 on that. Batman Superman 37 is going for $2. Got one slot over here that it's filling. I have the Three Musketeers, number 1 and number 2. Grab this set, it's just $5. $5 for this set. It's better to have 50 pages of Jar Jar. All right. I'm just going to unload this right now. I will do the double rack for $30. That's $15 per rack. Now, I'm going to count how many comics we actually have here. I guarantee you there's more than you think. And you guys can do the math from there. So on this rack, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 27, 29, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. 36 books on rack 1 going at $15. About 50 cents a book. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 4, 5, 26, 27, 28, 9, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 35 comics on the second rack, $15. Grab the double rack at $30. It's a fair price on that. If not, I'm going to take this stuff down. We're going to just recycle it. It'll be on the air tomorrow. Going once, going twice on these books at $2. Or sorry, the rack's at 30. Rack's at 30. All right. Nobody's taking it. I'll just recycle it. Again. Grab this stack here. It's 30 bucks. Grab this stack. It's $25. $25. Let's move these comics. I don't want to have to pitch them anymore. 25 bucks. They're going to get recycled tomorrow. Call it as you see it. 25 bucks. It's all yours. You decide. This is a deal to be had. $25 for all these books. Sorry, guys, give me just 1 second here. Just making room for this stuff as I'm putting it back into the very crammed short box that I have here. From whence it came. There we Okay. Got a first stack here. Well, before we go on, we're going to do FOMO books. So without further ado, I'm going to show off our FOMO books. What is FOMO? Check out this video and you'll see for yourself.
It's FOMO time! What's that even mean anyway? Oh, is that what it means? I'm such a weirdo for missing out on these great deals!
All right, guys, here's our FOMO books for tonight's show. We have Night Terrors, The Joker, #1. This is a really sweet cover here. I love this. This is going to go for $10. Night Terrors sees Joker kill Batman, and he ends up taking on, he ends up working for a company and like absolutely dreading his life because it no longer has meaning. And it reminds me a lot of Going Sane, but I kind of like the idea of Going Sane a little bit more because JM takes it further. Night Terrors is like, it's a nightmare. And the Joker doesn't know what to do with himself when Batman's not around. This is actually a really great read. I believe this is an art germ variant, and it's going to go for $10 tonight. $10 on this. The next book we have here is Star Trek Deep Space Nine, #1. This is going to go for $5 tonight. $5. I have the Greg Capullo variant of Batman Spawn #1. This is going to go for, what's it going for? We're going to do this for $10 today. $10 on this. Shadow of the Bat #0. That's going to go for $5. I have Amazing Spider-Man #30. That's going to go for $8. Scotty Young variant. The Joker goes to Phil. You're going to like that Joker book, Phil. It's good stuff. I have Void Rivals #1. This is a really interesting book here. It introduces the Hasbro universe to Image Comics, and they do it through these two characters who are like from a rivaling, planet. It's interesting. It's a good read here. This is going to go for just $8 tonight. $8 on Void Rivals #1. You won't be disappointed. That's a great read. Superman #700 is going to go for $5 tonight. And I have Captain America 336, The Search for Steve Rogers. This is going to go for $5. $35. Got about $41 worth of books here. $41 worth of books here. If you claim them all right now, I do it all at $30 for the remaining FOMO books. $30 for the remaining FOMO books. Void Rivals, get that Scotty on the Spidey. Shadow of the Bat 0, Batman Spawn, Captain America 336, Superman 700, and Star Trek Deep Space Nine. I also really, really want to blow out the bottom row rack here. So I'm going to give you guys a price on the bottom row and see if we can kind of meet somewhere. And that's for all of these books here. All right, I got $129 worth of books here. How about I knock it down to $85, saving you $44. So $85 on the bottom row rack of books. That gets you free shipping on your order and a spin on the wheel. If you want to throw on the FOMO books, that'd be an extra $30. So 85 plus 30 is going to be 115. Tell you what, I'll round it up. If you get the entire bottom row of books plus these, I'll do it all for $100. $100 gets you all those books. What are you getting here? You're getting that Art Germ Catwoman. You're getting Battle Chasers #1 by Joe Madeira, creator of Darksiders and all kinds of other cool stuff. Magneto #1, Despicable Deadpool #287 Lenticular. Evangeline #1, Amazing Spider-Man 375. That's a foil cover. That alone is like a really expensive book. This is like a $25 book right here. Ghost Rider #28, and I'm still selling these individually too. So you guys can let me know. But I'm ready to part with this stuff. And if you don't like my prices and you want to pay something else, throw it out. The worst thing I'll do is either say no or try and meet you in the middle like I did with David Moore. I want to move this stuff. I'm a highly motivated seller. Highly motivated. And I'll tell you what, I'm a little upset right now because we don't have big piles of comics. We moved some stuff here. We moved some high dollar books tonight, but I want to see the cheaper stuff moving. Give me a reason to go and restock. Give me a reason to discover. If we're just selling a couple comics a show, that doesn't excite me. I like to send you guys big stacks, big boxes of comics. Together, we're saving the environment. Shipping less stuff and less boxes, less tape, less traveling. Let me send you a big box of books. We're going to start off with another $2 rack. Continue on with the $2 rack. $15 racks tonight, all right? Forgotten Realms #9 is $2. Forgotten Realms #10, $2. #11, $2. Get it all? $6. I'll do it for $5. Batman Eternal #1 is $2. Extreme Justice #14, $2. Cyborg #3 and #6 and #7 and #8 and #9. That's 5 comics. I'll do it all for $7. 5 comics for $7. Well, you got to dump them, Phil. Dump them and fill them up again. That's the name of the game, brother. You got to read them and pass them on. Or store them. One thing I found really interesting when I was in Cincinnati, and this isn't applying to you at all, Phil. It's just something that made me think. So my neighbor at Cincinnati Comic-Con was a dealer. And we were talking, and he says that he donates a lot of comics throughout the year to kids because it's very important to capture the youth audience. A lot of people are in the speculation market, and some of the more vetted comic book, enthusiasts and scholars, if you will, are concerned about the future generation. Are they going to be interested in the older stuff? Is this stuff going to hold its value as time goes on, as history moves forward? So it's very important that we capture the youth audience. We need young kids getting into comic books and seeing the value in these characters, not just because of the fact that they're superheroes, but because they're interesting and you want to get to know them more. And I think there will always be a vested interest in that because this is an incredible format to be creative in. You don't need millions of dollars to make a comic book, and you can illustrate your ideas and make it dynamic and do it all reasonably and get it out there and people can enjoy it. So it's important to pass on to the future generations, and that's something I have to figure out how I'm going to do that as a dealer, because it's important. Indigo Children #1, that's going to go for $2. I have Lazarus Planet Legends Reborn #1. It's a one shot going for $2. I have the Amethyst Annual #1, that's going to go for $2. X-Men Shatter Shot #1 annual is going for $2. Cage #1 is $2. Guardians of the Galaxy 25 is $2. Hawkman #1 is $2. I have Nomad #5, that's $2. I have Wasteland #5, that's $2. And I have Batman and Robin Annual #2, that's $2. I have Brightest Day #17 and #18. That's going to go for just $4. Superman 315 is $2. It's missing the cover here. That's why it's just going to go for $2 right now. Ooh. I have Return of the New Gods. I think this is Ron Friends, though. I don't think that's Jack Kirby. But if it's Kirby, I might pull this off to the side. No, this is definitely not Jack Kirby. I think this is Ron Friends. It's actually Al Milgrom. Why don't they credit the creators here? How hard is it to credit your creators? Jesus. Jesus! Guys spent all this time writing this stuff. Put their freaking credits in the freaking book. Freaking idiots. Freaking morons. All right, anyway. Return of the New Gods. All I know is Ellen Milgram worked on the cover of issue 12. That's $2. Number 13, $2. Missing 14, we got 15, 16, 17, and 18, and 19. I'm actually kind of interested in owning the first appearance of Miracle Man. Kind of like the idea of the character. Jack Kirby stuff was off the wall, but it was like something about it. It was very Kirby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All 7 books for $14. And that's the thing. I feel like those books really age like a fine wine. I got Dark Blood #6 of 6 from Boom. That's going to go for $2. I have X-Men #64 and #65. That's going to go for $4 as a set. I have the Incredible Hulk Annual #16 going for $2. Avengers Marvel Action #8 is $2. I have the Outsiders #28 going for $2. Adventures of Superman 648 is $2. I have Buckhead #1, 2 copies of this for $4. I have Ancient Enemies from Frank Miller. That's $2. The Prowler #3. That's $2. I have Green Lantern #65. That's $2. Enter the House of Slaughter Free Comic Book Day. That's going to go for $2. I have DC Superhero Girls #1. That's going to go for $2. Phoenix Bizarre Adventures #1 True Believers. Going to go for $2. Wonder Woman and Grace #1, that's going to go for $2. Cyborg Rebirth #1 is $2. Deathstroke the Terminator #18, #19, and #20. Grab it all for just $5. $5 on the stack. Katana and Shazam #1 is $2. Spread your wings and fly away. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Please buy these comics so that I can send them away. Mike Grell's Star Slayer #1 is $2. And we got #2 going for $2. And #3 is $2. That guy looks like he's crying on the cover. He's like, I want to stab me in the eye with a sword. Eat! That's going to go for $5 for this set. Action Comics 25. 0-year tie-in, $2. Spread my nuts and fly away. I suck on these nuts and go away. JLU Justice League United #11 is $2. 100 Bullets #74 is $2. Woven Heart #1 is $2. Oh, did I mention that this rack's going for $15? We just need to move it now. $15 on the rack. Onslaught Reborn #1 of 5, 2 of 5, and 4 of 5. $6. Indigo Children. So opportunity to get more. The Indiegogo Children. Where is that? Is this it? Indigo Children. I'm not missing that. Children. Sorry, we're going to find this. I'll find it. There we go. Got it. Sorry, David Moore. Took me a minute to find that one. Millennia #1, #2, #3, and #4. I'll get them all for $8. Do them all for $8. It's all 8. $15 rack. It's all yours. $15 on the rack. $15 on the rack. $15 on the rack. Not this time. No, you're never gonna get it. All right, you take the FOMO books down. I'll showcase them again. I have Void Rivals #1. We're going to do this one at 5. Amazing Spider-Man #30, Scotty Young variant. It's going to go for 10. We have Shadow the Bat #0 going for 5. Captain America 336 is 5. Superman 700 is 5. Batman and Spawn. Number 1, there's a Greg Capullo variant that's going to go for 8, and I have Star Trek Deep Space Nine number 1 going for 5. So those are your FOMO books for tonight. We have Cyber Force Zero number 0, $2. The Flash number 15 and number 16, that's going to go for $4. Gone in a Flash deal. Judgment Day number 6 is $2. Pharaoh Corbett number 1 is $2. Fate Zero, $2. Adventures of Superman 500, $2. Warheads number 1 is $2. And I got Plunge number 2 going for $2. Want to grab the stack here? I will do everything at $25. The double rack at $25, not $30, but $25. You get all of the books on both racks. Get it all for $25. Get it all for $25. This is a going once, going twice thing. Got some really cool books over here. $25 on the double rack. We got this really cool, incredible Hulk annual here, number 16, going for $2. That comes as part of the rack deal. Got these flash books. The X-Men Shattershot annual, Jim Lee cover. This is like a $5 book all day. All right, anyway, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to count up how many comics we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 31, 32, 33, 4, 5, 6, 9, 41. Got 41 comics here. 41 comics for $15. You do the math here. $15 on the left rack. $25 for the double rack. All right, this is going once, going twice thing. I'm going to take these books, put them away. $25 on the double rack. Whoa, 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 whoa. Like, whoa. Big stack, big stack. Grab them all. $25. $25. It's all got to move. It's all got to move. $25. Get rid of it. Let's move it. 25 bucks for this big stack of comics. You guys will see how big this stack is right now. You're gonna love this. You guys are gonna go crazy over this. Big stack of books, 25 bucks. Going once, going twice. Not sold! Alright, I'm putting this away. You shut up! I'm trying! At least I tried! Your mom tried. Oh, stupid Kurt. You just see right now, he'd probably be laughing at me. Big jerk. I'd be laughing at him too. I'd be like, hey, thanks for being a dumb person guy. Alright. Once again, I'm going to showcase our FOMO books, so you guys get another crack at these. Well, and then we're going to go back to building out the rest of this box. This will bring us up to speed with everything from both boxes. I'll be recycling the box that I had from last Wednesday's show tomorrow. And it looks like I don't really need to restock much because we didn't sell a lot of stuff tonight. So you guys will see new stuff tomorrow. It's been about a week, so a lot of this stuff will feel fresh to you because it feels kind of fresh to me too. It's all stuff that's been down here in the basement for like less than a week. All right, I have Void Rivals 1 going for 5. Amazing Spider-Man, Scotty Young variant going for 10. Shadow the Bat number 0 is going for 5. Captain America 336 is going for 5. Superman 700 is going for 5. Batman Spawn, Greg Capullo variant is going for 8. Star Trek Deep Space Nine number 1 is going for 5. $5. Boom. Boom. Suck it. Boom. You know you want it. Boom. Get these FOMO books. Otherwise, I'm going to FOMO my foot in your ass. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. I love you guys. I'm going to leave a big open space. Number 0. Huh, what a go winky dink there. This is going to go for just $2. Slingers, number 0. $2. This is actually Alex Ross's first Marvel story. Cage number 1 is $2. Death of Hawkman number 1 and number 2 is going to go for $4. The Open Space 0 is Alex Ross's first Marvel story. That's interesting. Dragon Lines number 1 is $2. Reckoning War number 1 is $2. Micronauts number 12 is $2. The Young All-Stars number 6 and number 7 is going to go for $4. Wolverine Origins number 35 is going to go for $2. Fantastic Four number 489 is $2. Justice League of America number 64 is going to go for $2. Wolverine 310, $2. The Dark Stars number 0 is $2. Shadow the Bat number 11 is $2. The New Titans number 88 is $2. We have Blood Syndicate number 1 from Milestone. I have number 2 and number 5. All 3 are going for just $6. I'll do it all for 5. Buffy the Vampire Slayer number 1 free comic book day, that's 2. Wolverine variant edition number 4 is 2. And number 8 is 2. That's a cool cover. Looks like that's a cool cover. Thought that was Dakin, but that's someone else. That is a cool cover. Champions number 12 is $2. The Saga of Crystar Crystal Warrior number 2 is $2. Rejects number 1 is $2. Captain America 32 is $2. Number 35, second appearances of Bucky as Cap. It's going for $2. And I have Beauty and the Beast from Dark Horse. Stan Shaw's Beauty and the Beast going for $2. Sabretooth number 2 is $2. Fantastic Four, the official Marvel Index, number 10 is $2. Cloak and Dagger 3 is $2. We got a really awesome Doom Patrol run here. I have Doom Patrol number 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, and I'm going to do this entire run here, 2, 4, 6, 7, all 7 books for $14. I'll just do them all for $10 for the Doom Patrols. $10, I'll do all the Doom Patrols. The Chaos Effect Omega is going to go for $2. Doctor Strange number 11 is $2. Thor, Son of Asgard number 9 is $2. I have Shimmadar number 1. That's going to go for $2. Catwoman 35 is $2. Turok Dinosaur Hunter number 1 is $2. Ninja number 4 is $2. Ninja number 5 is $2. You grab the pair, it's $4. $4 on the pair. War Machine number 2 is $2. The New Titans number 119 is $2. The Question number 29 is $2. Batman Superman number 13 is $2. Captain America 4 is $2. Captain America 6 is $2. Captain America 7 is $2. You grab the whole stack here, it's just $5 on the caps. Uncanny Avengers number 17 is $2. Once again, we got our FOMO books here. Shadow of the Bat number 0 is $5. Captain America 336 is $5. Star Trek Deep Space Nine number 1 is $5. Batman Spawn Greg Capullo cover number 1 going for $8. Superman 700 is going to go for $5. Void Rivals 1 is $5. Spider-Man Scotty Young variant. I had this at 10. I'll do it at 5. That's fine. In fact, if someone wants all these books here, $35 for all the FOMO books. Let's just move them. $35. Animal Castle number 1. Whoa. $2 on this. Civil War number 5 is $2. The Approach number 1 is $2. Artist Elite Presents number 4. And number 5 is going to go for $4. As of the Barb #1 is $2. David Wallach, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? That's a name I haven't seen in a long time. How you been, man? Your kids must be all grown up now. What's it like having your adult life back? How old's your daughter? Your daughter must be done with high school at this point, right? And you had a middle son and Charlie, who was Max's age. Dave's actually a writer. He used to work in Hollywood, and then I think he moved to marketing, and then he was bouncing around doing a bunch of different stuff. But he was really great. He gave me some really great press for Easton Chin, and he's a local guy. We met when we took our kids to Little Gym. We have Behemoth #1 from Black Caravan. That's going to go for $2. I have Bill and Ted Roll the Dice. #1 cover B, #2 cover B, and #3 cover B. I'll do it all for $5, not 6, but 5. And I have Chicken Devil #3 and #4 from Aftershock. That's going to go for just $4. This is kind of like Breaking Bad meets I don't know. It's like it's definitely got a Breaking Bad feel to it. It's about this family that owns like a fried chicken restaurant chain. The partner gets involved with drugs, so guy's family gets killed, and now he's got to work for like the mob. So I don't even know what to compare it to, but it's definitely got a Breaking Bad vibe going for it. It's a really cool story. It's going to go for $4 for these 2 issues here. I think I have a lot of issue 1s back at the warehouse. Might be able to find you an issue 2. Each book's going for $2. All right, so here's the deal. You want the rack? It's $25 for the rack. That's the double rack here. $25. It gets you a spin on the wheel. You spend $50 with me, you get free shipping on your order. We have 7 minutes left of tonight's show. I will be back on the air tomorrow afternoon at 10 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 12 p.m. Central, and 1 p.m. Eastern on the Comic Book Shopping Network. It is a channel with vetted sellers and buyers, and you guys can join it just by going on Facebook and answering a few quick questions, and then you get access to some really cool collections from other dealers. It's a really cool channel. So I'll be on there tomorrow. We had a pretty good show today. Didn't move a lot of volume, but we did move some pretty big books. And let's not forget, speaking of big books, we got Batman vs. Predator here, this whole run, going for $25 tonight. Highly recommend someone grab this. Arthur Soydom covers. I think one of the Kubert brothers is on the art duties for this. It's really good stuff. I should keep that for my own collection. Okay, we got 6 minutes left on the clock. 6 minutes left on the clock. $25 on the double rack. $25 on the double rack. 5 minutes left on the clock. Grab all these comics for $25. It is a steal. A steal of the lifetime. $5 gets you the double rack. Going once, going twice. Alrighty. I'm going to take this stuff down. Show you guys one more time how many books you're actually getting here. $25 for this entire stack of books. We got 3 minutes left on the clock. All right. We have 3 minutes to go. What's up, Philip? How you doing, dude? I got Superman Man of Steel #1 from John Byrne here. Let me know if you're interested in that. It's $5. Got this Rocketeer 3D comic featuring artwork by Neil Adams, going for $15. 3D comic plus 3D audio, $15. I have Batman Predator 1 through 3 going for $25. We got Peacemaker #2 going for $8. Got some really good stuff here, and about 2 more minutes before we end tonight's show. I want to thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me. We had a pretty killer show tonight. I appreciate you all being here. It means a lot to me. And I'll be back online tomorrow with you guys. And we're going to dig deeper into this collection and get ready for a really jam-packed Wednesday where I'm going to be going out and shopping and getting some cool stuff in for you guys. Getting ready to head off to New York Comic Con next week. I'm excited about that. If there's any questions you guys have about the bottom row of comics, this is your last chance. Got 1 more minute before I end tonight's show. If you have any questions, just let me know. Anything you want to see. I'll be back on tomorrow on CBSN at 10 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 12 p.m. Central, and 1 p.m. Eastern on the Comic Book Shopping Network. You can come and hang out with me tomorrow. And I will end this. All right, freeze? What's freeze? Freeze. I have no idea what you mean. Did I freeze? I didn't freeze. All right. Anyway, it's 9 o'clock. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.